Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to Kalasilingam Academy of Research and Education. I am Dr. Asukumar Sahu, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce. In this session, I am going to discuss you with one of the most important topic of professional skill, that is creativity. So before we start this topic, first we need to know the outline of this topic. So this total project deals with three things. First one is problem solving, second one is strategic thinking, and the third one is creativity. So here we will focus on the third point, that is creativity. So in this session we will discuss the meaning of the creativity. Next we will discuss the difference between the creativity and innovation, and the third one we will discuss the characteristics of creativity personality, and the fourth one is cognitive processes. So the first point is, what do you mean by creativity? So as we know that creativity is an important in each and every aspect of the business, because creativity means you have to think new plan, new ideas, new process for any work. So nowadays every company, every business is adopting creativity. So this thing is very important as it is almost used in every aspect of life, right from feeding a child to almost every aspect of the businesses. So that's why creativity is very important. So if we talk about its meaning, then it is the act of turning new and imaginative ideas into reality. It is characterized by the ability to perceive the world in new ways, and generally this creativity involves two processes. One is thinking and another one is producing. So if we make a difference between creativity and innovation, then here creativity means you have to think new ideas. That means it is the act of creating new ideas, imagination and possibilities. And innovation means it is the introduction of something new and effective into the market. So here in creativity, what we are doing, we are thinking something new, but in innovation we are introducing something new. So this is the basic differences. So here creativity is imaginative process and the innovation is productive process. Next, if we talk about the characteristics of the creativity personality, then creativity individuals tend to be smart and yet also native at the same time. Creative individuals alternate between imagination and fantasy and at one end, and rotate sense of reality at the other sense. Creativity people seem to have an opposite tendency on the continuum between extroversion and introversion. Creative individuals tend to be smart yet also naive at the same time. Next, creative individuals are also remarkable, humble and proud at the same time. Generally, creative people are thought to be rebellious and independent. So creativity skills in the workplace, if we talk about these things, then choose diversity. The first point is to choose diversity. So if you have the opportunity to choose to be on one team of the people who are not like you, surrounding yourself with people who have different perspectives can broaden your own point of view and imagine new ways for you to do your work. Next, change your process. Then draw your work. Next, change your environment. Then listen to music. That means if your situation permits, play music while you work. Music helps many people increase their creativity, because that depends upon the person. If maybe some persons they are creating new ideas by listening some music, that depends upon the person. So this is also one part of creativity. If you want to create new ideas, then some people are using music. Then what are the key benefits of fostering creativity in the workplace? So here the first one is creativity builds better teamwork. Second, creativity improves the ability to attract and retain employees. And the third one is creativity increases problem solving. So these three things is very important here. So if we talk about some examples of creativity skills, then the first one is making connection. So when you are creative, you find connection between different ideas and use those connections to solve problems. Often these connections happen when you are not actively thinking about the problem or task. Then asking questions. This is also another example of creativity skills. Then making observation. Next, networking. That means when we are creative and we can usually enjoy a diverse company and network with people who are unlike themselves. Next, experimenting. It is also one kind of example of creativity skills, where bringing out your creativity may help you experiment. No matter how unusual an idea might be, a creative person is willing to test it and see if it works. That means here you are thinking something, you are experimenting something. So these are the examples of some creativity skills. Next, generally there are 4 types of creativity. The first one is deliberate and cognitive creativity. So here the people who possess deliberate and cognitive characteristics are purposeful. They have a great amount of knowledge about a particular subject and combine their skills and capabilities to prepare a course of action to achieve something. This type of creativity built when people work for a very long time in a particular area. So another one is deliberate and emotional creativity. So if you talk about this type of creativity, then people who are categorized as deliberate and emotional let their work influenced by their state of emotions. These type of creative people are very emotional and sensitive in nature. These individuals prefer relatively quiet and personal time to reflect, and they usually have a habit of diary writing. Some people, they are maintaining diary. So this is also one kind of creativity. Next one is spontaneous and cognitive creativity. So there are times when you spend a long time to crack a problem but can't think of any solution. So these are the examples of spontaneous and cognitive creativity. And if we talk about spontaneous and emotional creativity, then it takes place in the part of the human brain. So here amygdala is responsible for all emotion or emotional type of thinking in the human brain. So spontaneous ideas and creativity happen when conscious and prefrontal brain is resting. So if we talk about the creativity in individuals, then expertise, next creative thinking, motivation are the examples of creativity in. So here expertise and creativity thinking are the individual's raw materials for being creative, but motivation determines whether or not an individual will actually be creative or not. So here normally people will be highly creative when motivated by personal interest. That means if you have interest to do some creative, to do some new ideas, then you have to motivate yourselves. So and on that thing you can, on that way you can create new ideas. So the motivation also plays a very vital role in creativity. So next one is to encourage individual creativity in organizations, manager. So what they should match individual expertise with work assignments, provide resources necessary for creativity, then reward creativity. So what are the advantages of creativity? So if we talk about advantages of creativity, then every new product or services results initially from an idea. So because if we talk about a business, then generally customers are preferring new ideas, they are preferring new product. So if it is new product, if the product has new features, then only the customers are preferring. Because if you are producing the common product, then nobody will purchase your product. So that's why creativity in product is also essential. If you want to boost your sale, then creativity is also plays a very vital role for the promotion of any product in your business. So that's why creativity has a lot of advantages, because it's generating new ideas for the organizations. It's generating new ideas that lead to successful innovation at premium. So no doubt in each and every side, in each and every problem there are two sides. One is positive side and the second one is negative side. So here also in creativity some problems, some obstacles are there. The first one is free expression being stifled by a prevailing culture of blame. Then the second one is general resistance to change, reluctance to deviate from strict job description. Next, failure being regarded as a cause for penalties, a view that best ideas can only come from the top management. This is the wrong view. Poor communication, or communication that only moves from the top to bottom or top to down. Rigid formalities means complex formalities and rules. Inadequate or lack of incentives. Slow decision makings. So these are the various obstacles in creativity. So now if we talk about the deliberate and cognitive creativity, then people who fall under this type of category of creativity are usually proficient at research, problem solving, investigation and experimentation. These type of creative people spend a great deal of time every single day testing to develop new solution. Next, it allows you to sustain focus, attention on a problem, as well as connect information among your existing body of knowledge from different parts of your brain. So these are the various processes. So here the question is, what do you mean by cognitive creativity? So here cognition is a term referring to the mental processes involved in gaining knowledge and comprehension. So these cognitive processes include thinking, knowing, remembering, judging and problem solving process. These are higher level functions of the brain and encompass language, imagination, perception and planning. So there are different types of cognitive process. The first one is attention. So attention is a cognitive process that allows people to focus on specific stimulus in the environment. The second one is language. So language means what? Language is a process of communication. So here one people can share his ideas, views to others in the form of what? In the form of language. So language is also another type of cognitive process. Then learning is also another types of cognitive process. Then memory, perception, thought. New thoughts are also the types of cognitive process. So what are the various uses of cognitive process? So the main usage, if we talk about the usage of cognitive process, then there are three main objectives. One is learning new things. The second one is forming memories. And the third one is making decisions. So if we talk about learning new things, then here in cognitive process, here one individual is learning new ideas, how he will create new ideas. He or she has to learn. So learning is the first step of cognitive process. Second one is what? Memory. So memory is major topic of interest in the field of cognitive psychology. How we remember, what we remember and what we forget reveal a great deal about how the cognitive process operates. So it depends upon the memory. The third one is making decisions. So whatever people make any type of decisions, it involves making judgment about things they have processed. It might involve comparing new information to prior knowledge, integrating new information into existing ideas, or even replacing old knowledge with new knowledge before making a choice. So here in this cognitive process, we are using learning new things, then we are forming memories, and the third one is making decisions. So these are the usage of cognitive process. So in this session, what we have discussed? We have discussed the process of cognitive. Second, we have discussed the difference between innovation and creativity and the characteristics of creativity. So these are the details regarding the creativity and cognitive process. Thank you so much, guys. Next video we will discuss the next process. Thank you so much.